So, it's your boy Blizzy with another Blizzy mobile video. Coming here off the S22 Ultra. I'm recording this video. I just woke up. Don't mind my voice and everything right now, please. So, I just woke up. I'm getting myself together and I realize there's no power in my house. So I'm waiting on CMP, Central Main and Power, to get back with me. I reported the outage, and yeah, that's how my Tuesday is starting. But anyways, I wanted to make this video pertaining to T-Mobile and their wireless service. You know, usually you're going to start a video out like this with just going off the top and naming all the bad stuff that you go through with a wireless company. And throughout the years, we've all gone through that experience. More than likely, at one point or another, have gone through with a service or a warranty issue with a device or a subscription to channels or features that you may not have been necessarily aware of, with things missing on devices, the S22 Ultra with no factory screen protector, and we're just, as customers, here you go take this into the world. It's a $1,200 device, and don't worry about scratches and stuff, even though I, as a consumer, I do. But we're not going to talk too much on that. But if you feel that you want to press that some more, you can definitely leave some comments down there and we'll get back into it. This video is more pertaining to the good stuff when it comes to T-Mobile. But I have had my issues with them over the years, with connectivity issues, especially when I moved to my house here in Maine and leaving Florida, and that transition with the LTE and 5G, and going from having 5G all over the place and really not seeing much of 4G LTE even on the device, on the phone. When you look at it, it was, when I lived in Jacksonville, it was 5G all the time. But that is the inner city, and that's where a lot of stuff is going on, and the hub of technology is just runs through there. Plus, they had a lot of money spent on working on 5G connectivity out in that particular part of the state, and yeah. So, really, to be honest with you, they've always, when it's come to warranty issues and getting me a new phone, if I've had the service on it, the warranty service, that's not ever been a problem. You pay the deductible, you get a new device. But unfortunately, if you don't take part in the protection plans through Samsung Care Plus, which I use for my Samsung devices because it's $12 a month, and dude, if you break your screen, like my Z Fold 3, for instance, the last time I looked at prices to replace the open LCD display, that display is over $900 for that, just the inside, and you have to get the outer display to go along with that. And yeah, so the $12 a month for Samsung Care Plus for me is definitely worth it. They can take it, and it gives me peace of mind with the Fold, and now with the S22 Ultra, knowing that if I drop it, and which I have dropped both of them a couple times, not on front, but the cases did their jobs, and that's why I use those. So T-Mobile, recently with them, I ordered the Z Fold 3 and the Z Flip 3. Well, I got the Fold initially, and I love it, and I use that phone every day, and it's part of my life, and it's not going anywhere. I'm one of those that I went into the Fold community, and it worked for me, and I like it, and I'm gonna stay there because for entertainment and everything, the Fold is where it's at. I've never been a two phone kind of guy. I usually would have 2 or 3 phones and do a review and use them, and find the things that I liked and didn't like and move on or held on. You know, I either move on or you hold on. So that was more in the older years, my younger years of my life, where I held on to devices longer, and I've always been the type of person to try and make a device last as long as I can and not put the screen down on anything and slam it. And I don't put things in my pocket with my phone that are abrasive, because it's already going through a lot in there as it is, with being in the pocket and with dust and whatever. I don't put things in my phone pocket with it. Knives, keys, lighters, pens, none of that stuff. That thing stays in there by itself, and it's always been like that for me, especially when I'm working, because all the movement and everything, you don't want stuff in there grinding on it, obviously. So anyways, T-Mobile, I bought the Z Fold 3 and the Z Flip 3. The S22 had just started their ads, and you just started seeing the S22 Ultra and hearing about the S Pen coming back and the Note series coming back and what they were going to do with that. And that's all of that publicity and everything was awesome to me, and I liked watching it up until they started talking about pre-orders, and then it got me excited. I started seeing reviewers with this phone in their hand, and I really wanted it, and I wanted to try it out, and I wanted to make some content with it. And it's just loaded with awesome stuff for cameras and for video and nighttime and just everything. So with the Z Flip 3, went out, I got that phone, it came in. I love the way that it is in the hand. It's a great little phone, man. Like I just like the way that it is in the pocket. It doesn't weigh much. It's small and it's different. That was definitely a different foldable, but I could see how that wouldn't fit into a lot of people's lives, like it did not fit into mine. There's just two things that with that phone in particular that I had to have, and that was a decent battery life and the screen. That is the huge selling point for me. Is I like entertainment. I like watching videos. I like taking pictures. I like editing my pictures. I like editing my videos. I like to be able to see all of that stuff with good quality. Couldn't go out into the light with the Z Flip. If you went out in the sun, you were done. They killed the screen. You could have it up to max brightness. Everything could be turned up on that thing, beast mode power, and it just not gonna do it. So I ended up contacting T-Mobile, and I had just got that phone, and I had just started making the monthly payments on it, and let them know that I wanted to get into the S22 Ultra and get away from this Flip and the Flip 3. And they made that happen. What they ended up doing was knocking off a huge part of my bill on that, and I traded it in to them. I sent it to T-Mobile, and they sent me the S22 Ultra immediately. I received it the next day from T-Mobile. I always receive my devices next day, and I always get them next day. Keep that in mind. I order them next day, and I actually get them next day. And it doesn't matter if it's Thursday night. If you order, I ordered Wednesday night and I had it Thursday night. They make sure that they get that to you. That's an awesome thing with them. So whenever they sent me the S22 Ultra and I sent back the Flip, I got all the rebates. It was like I got $500 rebate for the Flip 3, trading that in. And then T-Mobile paid off the other 60% of that phone. So basically what happened was, when I sent it in, I got all the rebates, the $500 rebate. Boom, that's $500 of the phone. And they had already paid they paid the rest of it. That phone is paid off and it's done. They did not have to do that for me because I was out of the grace period that you can return a device, and it's no issue. They'll return it. I believe it's 21 days from online orders and 15 days from store orders that you can return your device. You have that grace period to try your device out and find out if you like it. Well, I stretched mine just a little bit too long trying to do some other stuff with it and make it work in my life. I really was not planning on ordering the S22 Ultra because I sat still with the S21 and just watched how people jumped on that. Well, that ended up being a really good device. There was nothing to hate on it. It was great. So when the S22 Ultra came out, ultimately there wasn't a hard decision. So now as I sit here with the S22 Ultra, and I have the Z Fold 3, excuse me for going off camera, the Z Fold 3, and I use both of these in my everyday life. I just want to tell you, if you go with T-Mobile, they'll keep you in the newest devices for a good price, and they'll work with you as far as upgrading your device, and they'll let me get as many as I want. You know, you go get with other carriers and to try to get one of these out of them, or an S22 Ultra, or the Z Flip, if you don't have the greatest credit, and I'm being upfront and honest with you guys, I don't. So this is a thing with T-Mobile. They're not a last resort. They're one of 3 here in Maine that you can even use as an option to have service. And they're actually not that bad. And to be honest with you, I had some service issues when I moved into this house. And since then, they've done what they said they were going to do. I have 5G inside my house. And when I moved here, I barely had 2 bars of 4G. So I will say T-Mobile says they're going to do something. They're going to do it. Just work with them. If you have an issue, ask to speak to a supervisor, someone that can make more decisions that, will affect your account, because the first representative you get on the phone, they really only have the abilities to do certain things. So like when my service was terrible here when I moved to this house for the first 3 months, T-Mobile refunded me 2 of those months, and on the 3rd one service started to get better. So I was able to communicate that with them. T-Mobile paid my whole bill for my devices and everything. They paid 2 whole months for me because of the service issues I was having at my house here. I cannot say that any other carrier that I've ever been with would do something like that. And what they did for the Z Flip 3 and getting me out of that device and into a device that I'm happy with paying for both of these. It's fine. I don't mind paying for them, and I'm going to keep them. Never thought I'd be rocking 2 phones and both of them working in concession for multiple purposes. The S22 is a powerhouse, and this video is a big video in a sense that I'm trying to tell you a good cellular company that will stand behind you and you can rely on, and when you order from them overnight, you'll get it overnight. When you send your device back, you'll get your rebates. And along with Samsung Care, I feel pretty good with those services. Those 2 right there, I feel really good with those services. For me. And I come from Florida, where I was living in the inner city in Jacksonville, Duval County, raised up, whatever. Yeah. And now I live out in the country in the middle of the mountains in Maine, and I'm still getting good service, and I'm still having good customer service. I want to say thank you to T-Mobile for everything that you've done for me in the last couple months and helping me and my wife stay connected. It's really important to have GPS and a phone here in the mountains in Maine, traveling. Everything is 45 minutes away from us. McDonald's, food, grocery stores. We're used to driving 45 minutes to get to a gas station if need be, or a store to be able to get anything. So having these connected is a huge thing. And I expressed that to T-Mobile, and they help with us dealing with that. And some of the wounds that we were dealing with at the time, as far as not having a good connection, they've been resolved. I'm sitting in my house and I have 5G. Look. I know it's upside down, whatever, I'm on a front-facing camera. But I have 5G in my house. Full 5G bars on the Z Fold 3 here. Well, you guys, it's that part of the video. It's been 15 minutes. I didn't think I was going to make that long of a video, but hopefully you watch this and you guys get some kind of perspective on this device. Both of these devices in particular, the S22 Ultra and the Z Fold 3, have two different purposes, but they're both super powerhouses. If you like more camera stuff, get the S22 Ultra. If you like more entertainment stuff and you want a very decent camera, boom, get the Z Fold. I'm going to be carrying this at work today, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm going to be carrying it today with the VRS design kick out. Man, this one's a good one, and it snaps back in, and you can hear it snap back in. Yep, this is a good one, you guys. The VRS design. This is like the carbon fiber looking. I'm sorry about my lighting level. Once again, I don't have power at my house, so that's why I'm making this video. Maybe that'll be the title. No power, T-Mobile, Samsung. We'll see. You guys leave a comment in the bottom. Let me know what service you're using, and have they done any of these kind of tactics or anything to help you in your last months, years, with whatever service you've been with. I've been with T-Mobile on my account, my personal account, for the last almost 3 years. And then before that, with my mom and my brother, we were on another account for, I want to say 10 at this point. Over 10 years with them. And before them, it was AT&T and Sprint. Never had Verizon. I tried to get with Verizon, but you got to have like a 7,000 credit score and all kinds of good stuff for them to mess with you. But anyways, not hating, just saying. You guys have a happy Tuesday. Get it done. I'm going to start my work shift in a little bit. And hopefully the power comes back on so I can take a shower before I get out of here. But you guys have a wonderful day. Peace. Subscribe.